Hello there everyone, Shippy here. Hope everyone out there's doing well and you back once again with some more Tekken 8 ranked matches as I try to get back into the purple ranks after the Season 2 reset here. Looks like my first opponent is going to be a Jack 8 player, which could be an absolute nightmare if they hit me with that, Jack 8's most popular string right now. But right now I'm just making mistakes. So let's see what we can get done here. No break on the throw, go for the low, go block. Alright, we'll punish him for that. And we're going to run up on him. And we're going to sweep the leg here. It looks like they're trying to power crush or whatever everything that I do. So we're going to try to let that not happen. I try it again. I'll mess up the combo though, by God. Alright, we'll just punch him in the face. They are not blocking whatsoever. Alright, well thankfully they're not exploiting the hugely exploitable string, so... not really giving them a chance to though, so we'll just... try to keep our offense going. Alright, they do not what my good person. Are you just gonna kinda lay here on the ground? Well, this is a very exciting thing. I'm sure there's a more why am I not doing this? I don't know why I was like their inaction confused me for a second. I was like, well, I thought they were gonna do something, and yet I could have very easily done Asuka's better ground combo. Alright, well, let's take whatever the hell that was, I guess, and yeah, it's gonna be one and done. Alright, well, a strong start that I thought was going to be a nightmare start. I will gladly take the win here. Take the points where I could get them. That could have been a whole hell of a lot worse, being a Jack 8 and all. But yeah, I'll take the win where I can get it. Good game to the opponent. I'll be back when I find my next match. Alrighty, looks like I found my next opponent here, going up against an Ana player. So let's see what we can get done. Ana's kind of a nightmare character for me recently. Still kind of learning how to navigate what she does. I'll take the low there. We'll finish out this string to see if they will honor it or not. Alright, we'll sidestep at the launch. Please don't drop this me. I forget that you can charge Asuka's kicks now. I'm just not taking advantage of that. I messed up my launch. Alright, we'll get him here. I didn't expect him to hit the wall. I should have been more in tune to how close I was. Alright, I was not expecting that grab, honestly. Oh, I thought I had a little bit more distance there. We're gonna go low here. They don't block it. I gotta be careful. That was an awkward interaction, to say the least. And that's gonna side sweep me. I thought I was gonna get the launch there, but I kind of ended up in an awkward spot to like that interaction right there. Alright, I thought I was crouched, but I guess I didn't hold it down enough. I'll try to go for low here. Alright, they are keeping up with the offense. They do crouch. We're gonna sidewalk here. I tried to heat him there, catch him on the whiff. Alright, they crouched that time. Alright, we do have the wall. I did not make any sort of I tried to armor through that. Alright, that gun move catches me every time. Okay, we're gonna go low here. Alright, we're plus. Alright, they do block low. So they are looking out for that string. You just kind of have to... it was a little bit too late to convert. But they might crouch here. I know they actually just tried to act. Okay. I got launched off that. I thought for sure they whiffed there, but who am I? Alright, we're gonna go for the grab. No break on it. Go for low. Alright, they're gonna opt the heat here. Gotta watch. I'm dead. I tried to do the hold version thinking they would hold the string, but I was wrong there. Because I wanted to push him back to get me out of the wall, but that was probably not the smartest option to not be up against the wall there. Alright, well, Ana gets the first round on me. Probably fair with how that Jack game went. Okay. Well, let's sidestep here. There we go, we get our launch. I drop again. Alright, I don't know the break for that. I gotta stop doing that string. That's the one string they are in fact looking out for. Alright, we're up against the wall here. Alright, they hit me out of my heat, so I cannot get out of the wall. I have a backflip too, you know. Alright, so there's a second part to that. Good to know. Alright, there's a third hit to that. Holy shit, okay. All right, they do like pressing buttons there. I pressed circle one too many times, but that's okay. If I get them here, they're probably going to try to launch, or I was going to say try to backflip to punch me for doing that there. I tried to punish him for whipping, but I always forget that there's another part to that where the gun comes out. All right. Well, this will get me out of trouble. Should do significant damage too, but not, I mean, it's not going to kill or anything crazy. Okay. Now, what do you do? There's a second part to that. Like, I always feel like when they do that slide, it should be punishable, but there's the gun that keeps it safe. All right. That time I don't drop it. It's not the right combo, but it gives me something at least. All right, we're able to sweep the leg here. Go for low. All right, I'm going to try to keep my turn here. All right, we do get around on the board where they tried to power crush me right back. Grab was the right option. All right, we're going to sidewalk here. All right, do the right combo me and not drop it. All right, shoot this to the wall. Go high. So yeah, they are looking out for the low version of the string. I tried to punish them for crouching, but they just swung right on me, knocked me out of the air. All right, we are able to punish him for that and do 4. Wrong move. All right, we'll trade. I'll take that. Tried to do 4-4-3. All right, I tried to block low. I don't know if I could in that instance. What in the world are you doing? Okay. All right, we're just gonna go ahead and spend our super just to make them stop. But they are not stopping for anything right now. All right, gotta keep in mind that they got their heat. And I'm gonna die. I'm not sure what I got counter hit for. I thought I was kind of blocking in that instance, unless I was just, my thumb slipped or something. But I will just have to accept that. I mean, I probably wasn't going to win that anyway. I might just accidentally press when I shouldn't have. But all right, well, Anna continues to be my undoing. And yeah, I have to try to get better at that matchup for sure. But I get into that opponent, and I'll be back when I find my next match. Alrighty, looks like I found my next opponent here, going up against a Lars player who's on their demotion match. But Lars has been a rough matchup for me in this in this new season 2 patch. His stance just messes me up. All right, he looking for the low there, but we'll sidestep that. I'll drop it though. All right, so he looks like he's fishing for lows, or fishing for for lows. That's what I was saying. All right, I don't know if that move is plus or I have to honor it or not, but we're gonna try to win with patience here. All right, I think they might have tried to press. I just spent that to try to keep the wall, and it just happened to get hit there. Ah, yes, that grab. All right, managed to catch him there. All right, we are plus. Let's keep the pressure up. I did the wrong button, or pressed the wrong button. All right, we'll catch him just backing up here. Buddy, still here? I try to keep our plus frames. All right, we go for a different grab here. All right, that time he does parry me, but I decided to go for it. Why not? Go for another grab. They do not break it, and down they go. They got a little bit timid there, it kind of seemed like, in that round. But all right, we got our points back from Anna, and... Oop, I didn't mean to skip that, but I mean, not that it really matters. All right. They do run it back here. All right, see if we can get a little bit closer to Tenry rank here. All right, so what I've learned with this patch, as long as you can keep your bullshit up before your opponent can get into their bullshit, then might be in good shape. All right, I tried to go for a jab there. That beat my option. All right, they get the wall. Yeah, we're just not gonna let them do that. All right, go high. As they go for a grab. I did try to heat up there. Okay. Well, they've been patient round start. Alright, we go for the high. Alright, they try to keep them off me here. They're blocking high. Alright. Alright, so that's a low. Alright, let's try to keep them off me here. I don't know if that'll probably scale pretty harshly since they were a little bit airborne. Alright. I tried to sidewalk him. I tried to sidewalk him again. You probably can't sidewalk that. Okay. Oh, I whiffed horribly. What a hell of a trade. Alright, we'll take advantage of that. Alright, we are plus. That time they don't block low. I did that to keep the pressure up. But it bit me in the ass is all it did. Alright, we'll do that. And they tried to press there, and I'll gladly take it. Alright. Got a little bit of an uphill battle here to get back into this. God, that has some reach on it. I did not expect it to go that far. Alright, we go for a grab here. They tried to backstep it. Alright, go for the spin. I pressed X one too many times. I thought that might reach for a punish. I messed that combo horribly up. See, I don't think I was so negative that that was going to work, but maybe they thought where I was back facing that that would make contact. Alright, so that's a low. Alright. I did the wrong version of the kicks. I'm gonna go for a grab here. They do duck it. I whiffed, so it was unfortunate. Was I not blocking there still? I felt like I was stand blocking that, but maybe I accidentally like sidewalked or something for that to connect. But all right, we're tied up at around a piece. Let's see if we can overcome Lars here. Need to play a little bit more professionally. play a little bit more patiently is what I'm trying to say. Alright, so far he hasn't really been doing that low stance, which is what gets me into trouble mostly. Alright, I'll take that. Alright, we're gonna go for low here. We're gonna go for a grab. Now next time he might be looking out for that, so we'll go with the mid. Alright, go low there. I tried to hit him with the shoulder. You got counter hit there. Alright, we're gonna go for the mid here. Alright, he just power pressed me. Oh, I did that to try to get some plus frames here. I did not mean to do that in response to that, but you know what? This is what happened. All right, we'll go low twice and manage to steal a round on the board here. Not very clean by either one of us there. All right, that does make contact though. All right, I guess that might not be a 1+2 break. All right, he's probably gonna. I thought maybe block the low. I thought it was a little bit too far away for that, but joke's on me. All right. Please don't drop this me, because it should be death. All right, there we go. All right, there's 3 rounds in a row. Managed to redeem ourselves after the less than stellar second round. as we kind of just more or less stay in the same place here as we try to go a bit closer to Tenryu rank. But good game to that opponent, and I'll be back when I find my next match. Alrighty, looks like I found my final opponent here, going up against a wall rank player, so we'll see what we can get done here. This person did have a 10% disconnect ranked, but I didn't notice that until after I had already accepted the match, so we'll do what we can here. Alright, do you press? You do. Alright, we're gonna go for the low here. Alright, we'll take that. I whiffed horribly. Alright, we are plus. They should still die from this, I think. Yeah. There was a gap in the string for them to do that, but they had so little health, I didn't think that was going to work. Alright, I did try to sidestep there. Alright, they're going to get the wall carry. Alright, they went for a grab as well, but we are plus. I'll take that. Alright, they get hit there. Alright, hit it with the low. It is kind of lagging a smidge. Alright. Alright, we'll sidewalk the grab. It should give us wall, if I barring a drop. Alright, we're gonna get the shit knocked out of me. Alright, they ran up grabbed. I wasn't ready for that. Alright, we're going for grab here. No break on the throw. Go for low. They go for another grab. Alright, we do get the break. Except I do the wrong kick. And we're just going to take the simple punish right there. Not to do anything spectacular. We can get a game on the board. And they are on their demo match. Or they were on their demo match, I do believe. So I think they probably would have ranked down there. But let's see if we get the run back. No, we do not. Alrighty, well, I'll go find one more match in that case. Try to run it out with full set. But good game to that opponent. I'll be back when I find my next game. Alrighty, looks like I found my final opponent for the video here. Going up against a Steve player who is on their promotion chance. And Steve is usually notably a problem character for me here. But we'll see what we can get done here. He likes to limbo. So we hit him off the limbo. Take that. Alright, that was a weird interaction. Sweep the leg. And we'll sweep the leg again. And we'll get a perfect. I thought I for sure got hit, but I guess I just recovered the health. Yep, I'm gonna get launched there. I was not expecting that there. Alright, we're up against the wall. Alright, they're probably gonna press here, I imagine. Or just backstep, okay. Alright, I gotta try to get a read on how they're gonna react to certain things, because a lot of people just do not give a shit about plus frames and will absolutely press on your shit. And we'll get them at the mid here as they try to crouch. And that's 2 rounds on the board. Alright, we're going to try to sidewalk here. Had the same idea. I did the wrong combo, but I panicked. Alright, stacks are all that matter, though. Go for the low. No block. I'll take it. I want to keep the pressure up, though. I tried to sidewalk the grab. They do break it. Definitely going to try to keep our pressure up, though. And we catch him trying to act there, and we'll take the perfect. Alright, so we are on our promotion chance now to Tenryu, which I will gladly take. Alright, we'll see if I can win 2 games in a row against Steve. That's a rarity. 2 wins in a row is a rarity for me anyhow. Alright, let's try this. Alright, thankfully they get hit by it. I don't use that move enough. Why'd I do that? Not a brain in my head. But we do get the 4 break. Alright, we'll just take the easy combo here because I don't want to risk dropping it. Alright, they crouch there. I gotta remember to actually do the right combo in that scenario. Alright, we get the launch there. I wish I could say that was intentional. Every backflip is a failed down back 3. If I'm being completely honest. Alright, we'll take that. So that one was on purpose. I just did not convert. Alright, they're fishing for something there. They do break the grab. I gotta try to pepper in something different. Alright, they go for the grab. We do get a 4 break. We're gonna keep the combo simple so we get the kill. Alright, that's another perfect on the board here. I'm gonna sidewalk. Alright, I don't know why that connected, but I'm gonna drop it because I'm stupid. Alright, that was a good grab by them. All right. Well, I thought it was a little bit closer than that shit. All right, we're gonna get the piss beat out of us now. All right, I was not expecting a grab there. I'm not sure what they were trying to do. I think they came up a little bit shorter than what they anticipated. All right, they tried to run at me. We'll get the launch. Not a very good combo, but I'll take what I can get. And they go for the ultimate. They just threw the round away. All right, well, we'll take the easy heat smash there. And down goes Steve, and back into Tenryu we go. All right. Well, I got almost to Battle Ruler with Asuka last time for the rank reset, so we got to see if we can get back there again. Usually I just flounder around the purple ranks, but we'll see if we can actually improve. But good game to that opponent. I do believe I'm going to end the video here, though. If you made this far in the video, thanks for watching. Like, subscribe if you feel like it, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.